If you have not been on Twitter or have not seen, Alabama basketball got its first commitment for next season in 2025, Amari Allen. He's a top 100 player. This is a small forward, about 6'6", 190, 180. Is somebody that is lower ranked than you may have seen some of the other guys that Alabama's targeting, like your A.J. DeBanzas, your Jasper Johnson, some of the other guys. So a lot of people are going to look at this as Alabama like, oh, Alabama, whiffed on some of the top prospects and has to go for a lower one. I don't think that's the case at all here. I think this is a situation where at the end of the day, you're not going to have your class be only top 10 players. You're going to have some lower prospects, still high 4-star guys, but some other prospects in your class that are not top 10 recruits. And this is a perfect example of that. He's a perfect fit for Alabama's system, shooting over 40% in AAU ball. He's somebody that can pass, dribble, and shoot. He definitely has the length. Alabama plays a lot of wings. So this is a perfect fit for Alabama's style. And it's somebody that they really prioritized, right? Based on what Joe Tipton, and if y'all don't know, he's the On3 recruiting guy, specializes in basketball over at On3. He does a ton of the edits for the guys. He said Preston Murphy was able to flip Amari Allen, or, close Amari Allen, because he was trending pretty heavily towards another school, right? So Preston Murphy and Nate Oats made Amari Allen a priority, and in turn, Amari Allen commits to Alabama, so they get their first recruit for the 2025 recruiting class signed on. There will be a lot of news about this coming up because we have had quite a few guys on campus. A few of those Alabama has decided to not pursue any further. A couple of those they're still pursuing. You've still got A.J. DeBanza coming in. You've still got Malik Thomas coming in. You still have Caleb Wilson, who rescheduled from last weekend and is going to be rescheduling and coming in again so that he can get the full experience. You still have plenty of recruits coming in that Alabama is still targeting. So there's going to be a lot of basketball recruiting news. Alabama basketball brings a lot of these recruits to Alabama football games as a part of the recruiting pitch. When they're on campus, they're there on Friday night, usually into Saturday. And they usually catch a game. So like A.J. DeBanza and Malik Thomas are going to be there for the Georgia game. This is a huge way that a lot of sports, use the football team to recruit, and vice versa. We saw Ryan Williams at a basketball game. So this is not an uncommon thing at all. A lot of the sports try to use each other to recruit as best as possible. And with Alabama football's popularity, you will see this continuing on as we keep going. One other thing I wanted to mention about Amari Allen before we moved on is, Tom Crean, former Georgia coach, Marquette coach. Think what you will about Tom Crean, but he made a comment right after Amari committed and goes, "This guy's vastly underrated when it comes to his impact of winning, committed to both ends and relentless attacking abilities. He has really good instincts, toughness, and scoring skills. Being in the system at Alabama will bring a ton out of him. Congrats." Right? This is somebody that, as he said, is a little lower recruited, but does not mean that he doesn't have the skills. And as I said, I think this is a perfect situation where the fit was great, and that's why Alabama wanted him in this recruiting class, and they got him, right? So Alabama gets their first recruit for 2025. They've locked up Amari Allen, and we will see how some of the bigger name recruits are coming down the pipeline, and I'll keep you all in touch, anything I hear about those. As of right now, all those visits for the Georgia weekend are on, and if anything changes, I will be sure to let everyone know.